Hey y'all, and welcome to PolitiBrawl. My name is Brian, and this Candace Owens clip should be proof positive that when you invite in some literal clowns, you're gonna get a circus.
I just want to make sure I can hear you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, great.
Okay. So you like to learn, right? What did you learn from the Christchurch mosque shooting where 51 people died at the hands of someone who is influenced by you above all other people? How did you change your rhetoric after this person shot 51 people?
Great question. So what she is referencing, one of the craziest media firestorms I've ever been in my life, in New Zealand is what she's talking about. There was a mosque shooting, and at 51, I'll take your number for it, people lost their lives. And apparently, and I actually haven't followed up on the story because I've never been to New Zealand. I don't talk about mosques. I don't talk about Muslims, so it would be very weird if this would have anything to do with me. But apparently they said that there was a online manifesto. I don't even know if that was officially attributed or if that was just early press. But they found a manifesto of the shooter online somewhere. Again, this was alleged early. I don't know if they've since debunked that. And apparently the person listed Nelson Mandela as his #1 inspiration, alongside Spyro the Dragon, which I believe is a child's cartoon, Spyro the Dragon. Maybe it's a video game, I don't know. And Candace Owens. Yeah, I didn't feel like there was a lesson other than people are crazy and we shouldn't give credence to homicidal maniacs when they're putting together cartoons and people that fought against apartheid plus a random American in their thought processes. So I learned that that was clearly an ill person and that any person who believed or gave credence to a manifesto should probably re-examine why that is. That's what I learned. Thank you very much for your question. Next.
I love Candace's sass here. That's one of the great reasons why I like her so much. Ultimately, however, this is a symptom of brain rot. This is how brain rotted these students are. And what you're about to see someone in a dunce cap, wearing clown hair, and still wearing a mask in this day and age. These people are nuts.
Can you just get to your question?
All right, ask
Yeah, do you have a question?
You have
It kind of feels like a filibuster.
It's okay if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well.
Mm-hmm.
It says here, adding that it would be problematic if he, quote, had dreams outside of Germany. Then the political commentator said that Hitler wanted to globalize and said she doesn't really have an issue with nationalism. He was
Okay.
a national socialist, but if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine.
Okay.
The problem is that he had dreams outside Germany.
Okay.
He wanted to globalize.
Do you have a question?
What's your question?
My question is, do you stand by that?
What did she say?
Do you stand by that?
Okay, thank you. I'm so glad we got there. It's just amazing. Okay, so everybody has seen this, and actually, I'm sure a lot of you watched my episode yesterday, so her timing is definitely great, where I had a rabbi on who brought this up. Candace said Hitler was okay. You probably have seen the viral clip of me in Congress, where a congressman tried to say, Candace said Hitler was okay, and that is definitively not what happened. Actually, I was speaking on stage alongside Charlie Kirk. Rather ironically, there was a room filled with Jewish people, including a Jewish journalist who interviewed me that night, and when I said whatever I said on stage, nobody cared. That was in November 2018. And then 4 months after that, in 2019, some journalists pulled out the clip out of context and tried to make it seem like I was saying Hitler was okay. So let me tell you what actually happened on that night. A person rose their hand in the audience after we gave a speech about, and obviously this is during the MAGA years, about this, need to return to having an identity, a national identity. And a woman asked the question, would you say that you're a nationalist? Because I feel like people are sort of afraid to embrace that term. And so I answered her. And I said, I don't have a problem with the word nationalism. Actually, I think a lot of the times the reason why nationalism, the idea of caring about having like your nation's identity and fighting for policies that are pretty much America first, gets poisoned because people wrongly attribute nationalism to Adolf Hitler. It's not like he was just some guy that was in Germany saying, oh, I just want to make Germany great. And then I went on to say, obviously, he invaded Poland. He had globalist ambitions. Like, none of this was okay. That was the end of it.
That's a great answer. And furthermore, the context of this conversation was about nationalism itself, not about the Holocaust, not about actual policies that were done by Hitler that were truly evil, but about the nature of nationalism. And this chick, again, the one with clear brain rot, has no ability and capacity to understand the words that are coming out of Candace's mouth, because her reaction at the end here is just gross. Hey y'all, as we know, you don't put all your eggs into one basket, right? So that's why I'm partnering over with my friends at Colonial Metals Group, who will help diversify your portfolio. And what they'll do is they'll set up for you a self-directed IRA account. You'll have direct access to your assets, you'll be able to see what all's going on, and it doesn't matter what the stock market does, or what often happens, what the government does, your assets will be protected. So let the team of experts over at Colonial Metals Group help secure your account and your family's future today. There's a link in the description below. Oh, and by the way, if you don't like that, there's a 1-800 number you can call, and most importantly though, is the kicker. They'll throw in a safe and possibly up to $10,000 in US silver to help you get things started. Now, back to regularly scheduled programming.
But of course, when you pull it out of context and you're a journalist who's trying to smear someone, you try to make it seem like the person, I didn't even mention the word Jews. I mean, there's not even a question about whether we were talking about Jewish people, the Holocaust, nothing. We were simply talking about the word nationalism and why people have hesitancy when they say that they are a nationalist or when they say that they're America first or whatever. So that was it. That was the end of it. There was no talk about saying Hitler was okay or this was great. It was just a topic about whether or not nationalism is rightly attributed or whether or not it is a dirty word. So I hope that provides some clarity for you.
Nope. Your question was like 20 minutes. Sorry, next.
I think we've given you really more than enough time.
That's the truth, y'all. That is exactly what happened. And these two students possess no capability to understand the truth, listen to what Candace has to say, or consider the fact that they might have been wrong. There is very little introspection on the left. And there was a big article that was released the other day that a member of NPR had to come to grips with the fact that he realized that he had alienated all of his Republican colleagues and Republican conservative listeners. NPR used to be something for everyone. And then right around 2012, they started pushing hardline to the left. And there's been a notable uptick in the media that does this. They didn't used to do this. It didn't used to be this bad. Something happened during the Obama administration that I think emboldened the left to basically go full liberal, not only know so much that isn't so, but ultimately be so open-minded that their brains literally fall out. My term personally is brain rot. I use that because I'm terminally online. That's half my job, by the way. But I engage in these debates all the time, and these people have no ability to look inside themselves and go, what if I'm wrong? These people are deeply uncurious people. It's like that bell curve meme, where someone says something that's very, very basic, has a low IQ, and just accepts it to be true. Then someone right around the middle, up at the top of the bell curve goes, no, that's wrong, here's a text wall of why you're wrong. But at the bottom, at the other side of the higher IQ people, they're saying the exact same thing that the person on the other side does. Leftists are literally those midwits in the middle. They literally are this. And a lot of people lack the ability to look inside and go, I might be wrong about something. And the media understands this. That's why they phrase their headlines the way they do. So they can get these two girls and basically radicalize them based on things that simply aren't true. And Candace effectively defends herself for a good solid 5 minutes in this video. And there is no mechanism for these people to look inward and go, what if she's right and I've been lied to? The moment you ask yourself, what if I'm wrong? You are in a dangerous position, but a good position, because you opens your mind to other possibilities. These people can't do that. That's what the education system does. That's what our media has done. And that's why Candace is out there to break that echo chamber. Good for her. Keep up the good work, Candace. Don't let anyone get you down. I hope she hears this. But anyways, that's all I got for you today. Catch you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And you know what? Let me know what is your what if I'm wrong moment that was a light bulb for you. I'd like to know in the comments below. So until next time, y'all have a good one.